Okay guys, welcome back to the channel and to this preview of Warhammer 40,000 Apocalypse. Of course, a massive shout out and thank you to the Games Workshop for sending this over early. And if you like, and if you like playing massive games of Warhammer, but you don't like the fact that it can take, what, 10, 12 hours, Lucy? More?
But you took 20 hours with that massive one.
Yeah, I've done an overnight one. If you want to play a very fast-paced game where your opponent's not just rolling dice to make the saves and waiting for you to do your entire turn, this game is for you. So first thing, it comes in an awesome box and opens up much like a vault. Now, what do you get inside? Well, you get the field manual, which is all of the instructions and the rule book and everything, so we'll have a look at that in a few minutes. You get tons and tons of tokens, which is important. There is a little bit of bookkeeping to go with Apocalypse, but then you get two sides here to put all of your stratagem cards and stuff in for each faction. There's actually 300 cards here. I'm not going to go through them all, but they are essentially strategies, psychic powers, which you can enact with your general of each detachment. Now, the joy about Warhammer 40,000 Apocalypse is, like I said, you're always alternating from one to the other. So you always alternate with your opponent by detachment. Now the detachments are almost identical to Warhammer 40,000, so if you know those, you know most of these. And the fact that you can alternate means that you're always going to be doing something. I seriously suggest that you guys go and watch the video by Becca Scott that Warhammer 40,000 and Warhammer TV put up online. That covers everything and makes it look, pretty easy to follow. The War Scroll cards are available online right now on the Games Workshop website, so go and check that out. But the things that I do like, yes, you do use D12s, okay, but you have a fixed to wound roll against infantry and you have a fixed to wound roll against tanks and things like that as well. But like I said, because you're always alternating activations, it's really good. You don't even remove models until your opponent, until everybody has activated. Then you apply the damage and remove it. Now the joy of it is, for example, a squad of Marines has 4 wounds. As soon as you take 4 damage, you remove the whole squad of Marines. You're not removing one model at a time and things like that. So it's very quick pace. So very handy box to keep everything in. All of the tokens, of course, can go in there as well. But having had a look through the field manual, there's loads of stuff in here actually. So at the beginning, of course, it's going to be a very easy way to get Knights and Titans on. You've got your full rules. There's loads and loads of pictures, of course. Explains what each of the tokens are for. And this is basically the setup that you get. So it tells you how to build your detachments, measuring distances, rerolls. And the other thing that I really like about this rule set, there's no charge phase, you don't charge, you just move into base contact. And if you're in base contact, you can make an attack depending on what order you've issued to your entire detachment. Now the fact that you order the entire attachment to do something such as everybody gets focus fire, or you can move and fire, or you can basically fight. There is benefits and negatives to it, but you would build your detachments around what orders you can give. Of course, there's the full rules regarding who gets to do what and when. And it's not that many pages, to be honest. There is cover and stuff as well. And of course, it gives you a full breakdown of how to apply everything. You've then got missions, very similar to the Warhammer 40,000 rule set, where you've got victory conditions depending on what the mission is asking you, with of course all of the deployment maps. It explains the weapon profiles, each of your detachments, common abilities, so you wouldn't necessarily get different things for different Space Marines. They all essentially get "and they shall know no fear" almost as their entire detachment trait. There's rules in here for multiplayer games, so if there's more than 2 of you wanting to play, there's even rules for campaigns and Apocalypse war zones as well. So fully fleshed out. You've got a D12 roll there for a Warlord trait as well. Battle Royale games. And of course you've got the apocalypse missions as well. Lots and lots of different scenarios, and like I said, because of the way that the rule set actually works, you can actually play sort of, a fair few thousand points game in the same time as you would play a normal 40,000 Warhammer 40,000 game. You've even got mission generator, which is the open war cards, and I like that they've started putting these into the rule books and stuff as well, because it means that, if you can't decide what you want to play, you can just roll it up. All your different deployments, you've got your objectives, your twist, and of course sudden death and ruse table as well. So this is something that's quite common in a lot of the new books. Like I said, I really like it. They did used to do the cards for these, which we have used several times on the channel, but this really, really makes the game a lot more fun. And then of course you've got the war zones as well, so you can include terrain rules and so forth as well. So a very, very fleshed out rule book. You've got over 100 pages. Quick reference sheet in the back there as well. But I'm quite excited about this. I think it's going to be something that, for people in particular like Ian, for example, who has a lot of big models and just wants to play a game with mainly Titans, obviously you can still take the other detachments. This is going to enable Ian to play a massive game in the same time as it would play a normal Warhammer 40,000 point game. And as such, to demonstrate this, Ian is actually going to be filming a battle report later in the week. So make sure you come back about Tuesday or Wednesday if you want to see how the game plays, and we will have a battle report up for you guys then. But for now, I'm going to go and read this quite intensely because I'm really excited about this. And like I said, it comes in a fantastic storage box for all your cards. You can even chuck some extra D12s in there and your tokens as well. If you like massive games, you've got big toys which don't come out on the table very often, this is for you. So that's it, guys. Like I said, come back later in the week to find the battle report from Ian. And once again, a massive thank you to Games Workshop for sending this out. And I'm quite excited about seeing some battles with this rule set as well. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.